Hello, boys and girls, ladies and gents. Welcome to this year's Panto. I am Fairy Flora, here to guide you through stories you may already know. Over the next hour, many interesting characters you shall meet. So sit back, relax and unwind. You are in for a real treat. Our Panto begins with two young boys who are lost in the wood. Trying to find their way home, they bump into little Red Rodney Hood. This is a twisted wood indeed, where things are not as you would expect. There are villains aplenty, but also heroes to cheer on and respect. You will meet the big bad wolf who pretends that he's granddad. Snow White and Pinocchio are here too. I know you will be glad. Our hero is Prince Charming. Do you reckon he can save the day? Well, come, let's find out. To the magical fairy tale wood, it's this way.
Come on, Gordon. We must keep moving or else we'll never get back home. I really can't believe that Father did this to us.
Oh, all right, Ansel. I'm walking as fast as I can. It's so cold at this time of year and my feet are freezing. Why did Father ditch us in the middle of the woods?
He really did give us the cold shoulder. So much snow has fallen since we left home this morning. Those footprints we left earlier are no longer here. I really don't know which path we should walk down.
Well, we don't want to get lost, that's for sure. The other week, I watched the news and there was a report about how Will Smith got himself lost in the snow.
Did they find him?
Yeah, they just checked for the fresh prints. Oh, I wish we were back home right now.
I don't. I really don't like Father's new wife. I'm sure she wants us out and to have Father all to herself. She makes it so obvious she does not want us there.
Oh, I know. It got to the point where I had no choice but to find other places to go. I used to spend lots of time with my friend up in his treehouse, but then we fell out.
And I've been looking up our family history to see if there are any family members that we could go and look after us. I began tracing our family tree. Only thing is, I'm not very good at drawing.
I know a way we can easily complete our family tree.
Oh, how's that?
Well, we could post on social media that we have won the Essex lottery.
You know, I always wanted to win the lottery like Father did.
Wait, Father won the lottery?
No, but he wanted to. Maybe we should stop here and set up camp for the night. I'm sure we can start a fire.
I searched on Google once, how to start a forest fire. It came up with around 48,500 matches.
Do you remember when Father had an outdoor campfire for his 1970s themed birthday party? The DJ ended up getting drunk and threw all his records onto it. It was a disco inferno. Look, all we have to do is find 2 sticks to rub together.
Do you remember watching those firewalkers at the local fair last year? I can't believe anyone can physically walk on fire. It must be soul destroying.
I was up for trying that. I would have walked on those hot burning coals, but then I got cold feet. There we go. It's beginning to light up. Gordon, I wonder who invented fire.
I don't know. Some bright spark?
Let's try to keep warm. What a shame we don't have our camping tent with us.
Oh, do you remember that camping holiday we had when we were younger?
Oh, the one where we stayed with that farmer on his field?
Yeah. Wasn't he so helpful and kind? I just liked it when he helped me climb the little step over his fence. I did like his style. Oh, what was that?
Oh, it was just an owl. Don't worry about it, Gordon. I think it's alone anyway. Owls don't like mating in the winter.
Why not?
It's often too wet to woo.
Oh, what was that noise?
I'm sure it's nothing, Gordon. This wood must be safe. We haven't seen anyone all day, remember?
Hello. Can you hear me? Is anyone there?
Who goes there?
My name is Little Rodney Riding Hoodie. Who are you?
Little Rodney Riding Hoodie? That's a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it? My old school teacher was actually a world champion tongue twister. He was arrested once and they gave him a tough sentence.
Oh, please don't worry about him. My name is Ansel, and this is my twin brother, Gordon.
Nice to meet you, fellas. What are you doing out here late at night by yourselves?
We're both lost.
Our father brought us out here into the woods earlier this morning, and then he just disappeared.
And now we're trying to find our way back home. We thought we could get back home if we followed our footprints, but the snowfall has since covered them.
Well, I'm wide awake as I've had far too much coffee to drink. My parents said that I couldn't drink it anymore or else they'll ground me. So I'm off to visit my granddad. He has a cosy little cottage not too far from here. And today's his birthday, so I'm going over to help him celebrate. If you fancied it, you could come with me.
Oh, I'm not sure. I mean, we've only just met you.
Don't worry, I am perfectly safe. The only time there was a kidnapping in these woods was when a boy was found sleeping.
Just one question though. How comes your grandfather lives all the way out here in the middle of the woods?
Well, he was once a successful businessman who owned an origami business. But then it folded. So now he's living out his days here in the peace and quiet.
Well, to be honest, a cosy cottage sounds a lot better than sitting out here in the damp, in this damp, cold snow. Let's go.
So the three boys set off to grandfather's little cottage. I bet there'll be a roasting on the fire, a big pot of pottage. The wood is very busy this evening, so now let us meet Snow White. There is a lot of action to get through on this very busy night. Huntsman, we've been walking for hours and hours. It's been such a long day, so I wasn't expecting to be up so late tonight. My ballet school took part in a charity football match this afternoon and I am knackered.
What was the score?
2-2. Can we just stop for a little while?
I am afraid not, my lady. Her Majesty the Queen, your stepmother, was very insistent that we keep making tracks and stick to our schedule. Besides, you do realise that we've only been walking for just half an hour.
Really? This watch of mine must be faulty. I spent 5 minutes fixing it last night. At least I think it was 5 minutes. Where are you taking me to anyway?
Her Majesty has planned a little surprise for you, but the place we are travelling to is hidden deep in the middle of the woods.
Oh my God, I hate surprises.
Snow, your father has always told you to never use the Lord's name in vain.
I know. What do you reckon God says when he's surprised?
Well, I suppose he would have to say, "Oh, myself." But everyone loves surprises occasionally, Snow. Do you remember that time when your family gave you a free electrotherapist session?
I weren't surprised. I was shocked. Huntsman, there's something I've been wanting to ask you. What's in your bag? It looks so heavy.
Heavy? No, of course not. I am a very strong, sturdy huntsman, and it only contains my swords and my bows and arrows, just in case I need to protect you from any nasty animals in these woods.
Do you want me to help carry it for you?
No, thank you, Snow. I am very protective of my possessions. I was mugged once, and some local street urchins ripped my bag to pieces. I asked my lawyer if I could sue them, but he told me, "You don't have much of a case."
Oh, you do look very fetching in all your armour, Huntsman. You look so strong and handsome.
Well, this is my brand new armour. The local blacksmith delivered it to me the other day. When he arrived at the castle, he said, "You've got mail." I bought it in the sales, and it was a special deal. A single suit of armour, now half price, for one night only.
Did you bring anything to eat? I'm starting to feel so hangry and need to eat something soon.
Well, I did go to the market earlier to try and buy some apples and oranges, but they didn't have any. It was a fruitless trip.
I'm not surprised there weren't any apples. The other day, the palace chef tried to make our family's favourite apple pie recipe. The recipe says you need 5 apples cubed. 125 is a lot of apples for an apple pie.
Snow, we'd better not linger much longer in these woods. We don't know who or what could be about.
That's true. I went for a walk the other day and some items from my fruit basket were stolen. I was left totally peachless.
Well, seeing as we are discussing fruit baskets, let me tell you, I once went strawberry picking and picked a whole basket full of strawberries. I want to make this sound funny, so I think I will pun it.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that, Wolf. It sounds ever so angry.
Wolves are not bad creatures, Snow. I actually own a coat that is made from wolf fur.
I suppose you could say you are a werewolf.
Let us keep moving. We still have a rather long journey in front of us to get you to your surprise.
Oh, look over there. A scarecrow. Just what is a scarecrow doing out here in the middle of these woods?
I am not sure. I once had a fight with a scarecrow. It was a tough fight because I was just clutching at straws.
I have a friend called Dorothy who was once friends with a scarecrow. I went out to dinner with him one night. He didn't eat much. He was already stuffed.
Scarecrows are some of the greatest people ever, aren't they? No one can hold a candle to them. Right, Snow, we must really make tracks. We need to arrive at our destination very soon.
And so let us leave Snow White and the huntsman for now. That big bad wolf is still lurking about and practicing his prowl. Who else is in the woods so late this cold and bitter night? It's Pinocchio, who has run away from his father. Oh, what a plight!
Pinocchio, Pinocchio, where are you, my boy? Oh, my goodness, that little boy of mine. He's always running away, always acting as if he was a real boy. I am but a lowly carpenter who only ever wanted a real son. To tell you the truth, I never actually wanted to become a carpenter. I wanted to be a stand-up comedian instead. I tried to come up with some carpentry puns that would work. I thought I had nailed it, but nobody saw it. I do feel my confidence always goes up after I do some carpentry. I always feel proud of my shelf, and I love making things. I once made myself a wooden puppet, and one day a fairy called Flora made my wish come true and made my wooden puppet come to life. I named him Pinocchio. However, he causes me so much trouble, but he is popular and everyone around here is so fond of him. Now all my friends want their own puppet child, and they are always asking me if they could borrow my toolbox. I did suspect one friend of using my set of tools without asking me. When he bragged he had made a new front door decoration, I knew it was a sign. Oh my goodness, that horse scared the life out of me.
Good evening there, my good man. And why, may I ask, are you here, out, all by yourself, in these woods at this time of night?
I am searching for my lost boy. He has run away from home, you see.
Oh my, I am also looking for someone. My one true love. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Prince Charming, a prince from a realm far, far away from here. Legend has it that my one true love is to be found in these woods on this very night. I just need to find her and give her love's true kiss.
Why, what a beautiful house you have, sir. Is he yours?
He is. He is. This is my Black Beauty.
Where I am from, I cannot afford my own horse. I can only hire one.
How do you hire a horse?
I put a brick under each hoof.
So you would call yourself a bit of an equestrian then?
I love horses. I once had a job as a pantomime horse, but I quit when I was ahead.
I've only just bought Black Beauty. I wanted a Shire horse. My previous horse was far too outgoing.
So you really are a real prince, sir?
Yes, I am. Although my father wants me to make my own way in the world, and so he won't give me any of his money. Holding down a job is difficult, isn't it? I once got a job at a calendar factory, but I was fired.
And why was that?
I asked for a day off. I then got a job at a bakery because I needed the dough. And then I got a job cleaning mirrors. It was something I could never really see myself doing. Oh, that's just reminded me. I also had a job at a local owl sanctuary. Now that was a real hoot. And I left my job as a security guard at a local car park because there were so many break-ins and this was so wrong on so many levels.
Wow, you certainly have had many jobs.
The worst one was in a cafeteria. I was fired because I asked a guy who was serving whether he wanted to eat in or take away.
And what was wrong with that?
It was a prison cafeteria.
I once worked as a waiter. People always say that it is a bad job, but it puts food on the table.
If ever your joints feel achy, kind sir, I can be of assistance, as I once was a monsieur.
I guess you were fired from that too.
Yeah, and you guessed right. There wasn't anything really specific I did wrong. Apparently, I just rubbed people up the wrong way. I was also fired from my job as a set designer, but I left without making a scene.
It must be frustrating for you. Your family must be so wealthy being royalty, but you can't have any of it.
Well, if I need money, I can always borrow money from pessimists. They never expect it back.
I used to be a stand-up comedian. I have a few jokes about unemployed people, but none of them work. Do you think you could kindly help me look for my little boy, Pinocchio?
Of course I will, my good man. We can go by my horse, and I'm sure we'll be able to find him in no time at all.
Oh, that is very kind of you, sir.
Not at all. I race Black Beauty, and so he rides very fast. I once took him to our local pub with the rest of my racing entourage to celebrate winning the Grand National. Unfortunately, the barman told Black Beauty, "You can't come in here with those trainers."
And so the friendly carpenter Geppetto is now travelling with Charming, trying to find Pinocchio, who is missing. How alarming. Let's meet the little boy now, as he has gotten himself all lost. I hope our heroes can find him safely, no matter what the cost.
Hello, boys and girls. My name is Pinocchio, and I've been a bit of a bad boy. I have run away from my father, Geppetto. I don't mean to be bad. I guess I just don't know how to behave yet. You see, one day, my father wished badly that he had a real son. And so the kind and wonderful fairy Fiona decided to make his wooden puppet come alive. Me. But I have to be good, because if I am not, a spell will be broken and I will return back to being just a wooden puppet again. I do try my best, and I try my best to work hard at school. My maths teacher calls me average. I think that is mean. My maths teacher is a bit strange though. I once saw him lock himself in his office with just a piece of graph paper. I think he must have been plotting something. I do want to be clever, My father wanted me to rise to the top of the class. So I stole a bunch of helium balloons. I'm not great at English. I'm only familiar with 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why. I don't like writing because we always have blunt pencils at school. It's really pointless. Teachers think I'm always giving them cheek. During one exam, my teacher asked me why I have only drawn a small line on my exam paper. I said to her, it's because I drew a blank. I want to do well in school, but my school isn't that well resourced either. It has the world's worst thesaurus. Not only is it terrible, it's also terrible. But the teachers always make us write our answers on whiteboards. Now, they are remarkable. I love lessons about time. 6:30 is my favourite time on a clock, hands down. And my teachers always tell me that I'd never amount to much because I procrastinate so much. I told them, just you wait. Anyway, I have got myself lost in this wood, and now I am not sure where I am. I have been a bit silly. Oh, I think I hear voices coming. I'd better hide in these bushes just to be safe.
Well. The woods are certainly busy this evening. I can see everything from my trusted broomstick. I have just been on my nightly broomstick ride. I don't ride for very long on these cold winter nights, only for a short spell. This is a brand new broomstick too. I tell you what with all these petrol shortages we have been experiencing, it has become the latest fad to own a broomstick. I tell you what, it is sweeping the nation. So on my broomstick ride, I was on the lookout for children. Children make fantastic ingredients for my special meat pie. Oh, how rude of me. I haven't introduced myself. My name is Maleficent. People call me a wicked witch, but I really don't think I'm that bad. I own my own little house here in these woods, a house made from gingerbread and decorated with sweeties and candy and all kinds of sweet things. When any children around here find it and eat from it, they fall asleep. And then I kidnap them. I then feed them up on donuts, churros, pastries and gingerbread, and then I cook them to put in my big juicy meat pies. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I so love baking and cooking. Sadly, I have just been kicked out of the local secret cooking society. I'm afraid I spilled the beans. Aren't I the most evil person you've ever come across? Yes, I am. Oh, don't you just hate it when someone answers their own questions? I do. I have a trusted, loyal, and big bad servant, the big bad wolf. You know he is fantastic at scaring the little pigs around these parts and blowing down their houses. I do love my bacon sandwiches.
You mentioned my name, Your Magnificence.
Yes, I am just telling our new friends here about my little gingerbread house and how I like to put small children in my meat pies.
You know, I had a shepherd's pie for my lunch today. I don't think he was too happy. Your Majesty, I've been out on my nightly prowl and I've just spotted 3 young boys on their way to the grandfather's house in the woods. And there is a young princess travelling with a huntsman.
Yes, of course there is. That young princess is Snow White. I am friends with the evil queen, her stepmother, and we have a wicked plan for that one. And those 3 boys, they are going to make delicious ingredients for my scrumptious meat pie. I think you may have to do a very special job to help me get to them.
Oh, mistress, you sure are evil.
Come, let's fly back to my gingerbread house. I do believe Harry Potter is on the TV again.
Again? You know, I've always wondered how much it would cost to see Harry Potter fly on his broomstick.
About £1 each.
Oh no, this place doesn't seem safe at all. I'd better keep my wits about me in these woods. That Maleficent seems like a right wrong 'un, and I really don't want to end up in one of her meat pies. Oh, who's that now? These woods are really like Piccadilly Circus tonight.
We're nearly there, fellas. Almost at my granddad's cottage.
Just how are you able to find your way around these woods in the pitch black dark?
I know the stars. I love astronomy. I once came third in the stargazing competition. I got a constellation prize.
Excuse me, are you boys lost too?
Who are you?
I'm Pinocchio.
What are you doing out here in these woods so late at night?
I ran away from home. Who are you?
I'm Ansel, and this is my twin brother Gordon. We were trying to find our way home when little Rodney Riding Hood here invited us to go to his grandfather's cottage to celebrate his birthday. Look, fellas, I think we should talk a little more quietly. We don't know who or what mysterious things could be lurking in these woods at night, and we don't know who is safe and who is not.
Well, seeing as we are thinking about being quiet, one of my school teachers once got a job as a judge for a mime talent contest. I tell you what, it's the quiet ones you've got to watch.
And at the town music shop, they have a special deal selling a really quiet guitar. No strings attached.
You know, I've only just discovered there's a library in my town. They kept that quiet.
Pinocchio, why don't you come with us? I'd hate you to be out here alone all by yourself. The more the merrier to help celebrate my granddad's birthday.
Well, I can't turn down going to a birthday party. Apparently, they are very good for your health.
How do you work that one out?
Well, studies have shown that people who have more of them live longer.
Are we almost there, Rodney?
Almost. It's just by the second star to the right, and straight on until morning.
Oh, that's good. I hope your granddad has a nice warm fire to sit by. It's getting cold, isn't it? My hands are freezing. I got a new pair of gloves the other week, but they were both lefts. On the one hand, it's great, but on the other, it's just not right.
And so the 4 new friends head off to their destination. We've met so many fairy tale characters already in this duration. Let us return to Snow, who is becoming increasingly suspicious. Be wary, Snow, of toffee apples that are poisonous but look delicious. Are we nearly there yet? Mr. Letto's is starting to rub.
I have always wondered this. Why do women wear high heels?
It keeps us on our toes.
I read in the local town newspaper the other day that accidents involving stilettos are increasing every year.
Well, I guess you could say they're at an all-time high.
Do you want to rest for a while then, Snow?
Please, we can chillax here on this log for a while. Wow, there's an awful lot of wildlife in these woods, isn't there? Oh, look, there's a little badger.
I went out clubbing the other night with the other huntsman and DJ Badger was playing. It was a great set.
Oh, I love music too. Do you like U2? Guess what? Their first few albums have been remastered without the guitars on them.
I bet that takes the edge off them. You know, I actually met the Edge at school. He was a boarder. I love that music shop in town. I walked in there and the shop assistant said, "Good morning." I said, "You too." And he said, "Second aisle on the left."
What other bands have you been to see, Huntsman?
Well, I went to see The Clash, but there was another band on at the same time. Back in the day, I tried to see Elvis Presley, but I had so many problems with the automated telephone system. I had to press 1 for the money and 2 for the show. I did go and see Placido once. I thought they were actually The Cure.
My father is on really good terms with MC Hammer, but I hate going to his house. He won't let me touch anything.
There is a great new band coming up as well. They are called The Blank Checks. They are still unsigned.
I'm getting ever so sleepy. Can't we just make camp here for the night, Huntsman?
I'm sorry, my lady, but we must keep going. We do still have a few miles to travel.
You still haven't told me where we're going.
All in good time. All in good time.
I just want to know. This is taking far too long to find out, and I hate wasting time. The other day I asked if I could leave finishing school early, and I was told if I could make up the time. I said sure. It's 14:70.
I do not like wasting time either, Snow. A friend of mine has taken up eating watches, but it takes forever to get through each one. It is so time-consuming. Anyway, let's keep moving. If we keep on making tracks, we'll arrive there sooner.
So the Huntsman and Snow journey on whilst discussing time. I feel I'm doing well, making all my rhyming couplets rhyme. Let us meet our final character. It's lovely old Grandad. It's his birthday today. Let's hope his day does not turn bad.
Oh, hello there. I am Grandad. I'm the doting grandfather to little Rodney Riding Hoodie. He really is the apple of my eye and is the little ray of sunshine. He's a really good boy. I do love him so. He takes such good care of me, his Grandad. He's always teaching me a thing or two about the modern world. He said to me one day, "You know, Grandad, our generation is so much better than yours. We have video games, the internet, smartphones, and such cool technology. Your generation never had any of that." I told him, "You're right, my boy. We didn't have any of those things around. That's why we had to invent them." He's always playing with his iPad-y thing. I love my newspapers, and he once said to me, "Nobody buys newspapers anymore, Grandad. Use my iPad." He was shocked when I smashed it against the wall, that pesky fly. Never knew what hit it. And guess what, boys and girls? Guess whose birthday it is today? Yes, that's right, it's yours truly. Another year older, and I live to see another sunrise. The rotation of the earth really makes my day. My family have given me a brand new fridge for my birthday. You should have seen my face light up when I opened it. There's Rodney now. I better go and let him in. Evening, Rodney.
Happy birthday, Grandad.
Thank you, my boy. And who have we here?
Meet my new friends, Hansel, Gordon, and Pinocchio.
Happy birthday, sir. I'm afraid I haven't brought you a birthday present, though, but let's see what I've got in my pockets. Here you go, a comb.
Ansel, Grandad, he's bald.
Oh, never mind. It's the thought that counts. Thank you, Hansel. I'll never part with it.
Well, let me see what I have in my rucksack to give you. Here you go. A limited edition bottle of Tipex.
Thank you. I bet that's a collector's item.
Not wishing to be rude, but I'm starving. Is there a birthday cake?
Afraid not, boy. I don't have birthday cakes anymore.
Why not?
I used to get heartburn when I ate birthday cake.
Grandad, we did tell you to take the candles off first. Apart from the fridge, what else did you get for your birthday?
I've got this lovely 1,000-piece jigsaw.
Oh, don't talk to me about jigsaws. When I was at fancy dress day at school, I went dressed as a jigsaw piece. I didn't like it, though. I just didn't fit in.
I like jigsaw puzzles, crosswords, and Sudokus. But dot-to-dot puzzles, now that is where I draw the line.
Wow, that is a wicked-looking radio you have, Grandad.
Yes, I love my radio. I got it in the autumn sales. The sale sign said, radio for sale, only £20. Broken volume control. I couldn't turn it down. Rodney, would you go and lock the front door for me, please? It's getting late and I always worry about what could be lurking around these woods late at night.
I didn't think bald people used keys.
What makes you say that?
Well, bald people have lost their locks.
Oh, Rodney, it's all right, I'll do it myself.
Let's catch up now with Geppetto and the gorgeous Prince Charming. They are searching the woods and have found something alarming. Looking for Pinocchio, they have stumbled across a haunted farm. I really hope that they do not come to any sort of harm.
What on earth is a farm doing here, right in the middle of the woods? Doesn't that strike you as a little odd? Just say, oh.
Old MacDonald's ye old farm. This place doesn't look like it has been lived in for years. It looks so derelict.
Old MacDonald. I bought some shares in his farm a while back. I was the CIEIO. Let's stop here for a while to catch our breath.
Oh, good idea. Maybe we should find some food around here to help us build up our strength. All that walking has made me very tired and hungry. What was that?
I think it must be coming from that chicken coop. If old MacDonald doesn't actually live here anymore, I think this place could be haunted.
Maybe we should call the exorcist. That should get rid of the poultrygeist.
I wonder if those chickens lay eggs. We could light a fire and scramble some eggs up to make an omelette. Will you teach me how to make an omelette?
I can show you an example, but I'd much rather eat the chicken. Pinocchio and I had curry the other night. It was called a chicken tarka. It's like a chicken tikka, but a little otter.
Oh, look, there's a pig pen. It has all the names of the little piggies that live here. Pepper, Porky, Percy, Ink.
Ink?
I guess he's called that because he's always running out of the pen.
My Pinocchio enjoys reading animal books. I read an interesting book about a pig's anatomy once. It was all straightforward until I found a twist in the tail.
I suppose if there are no chicken eggs, we can always help ourselves to some lettuce from that lettuce patch.
But lettuce has no flavour, though. That's an issue that really needs addressing. Oh, that sheep just scared the life out of me.
Sheep are harmless. I was once a champion sheep shearer. I shaved a sheep in just 1 second once.
Wow, that was sheer brilliance.
Oh, well, this place is full of creepy crawlies.
There are lots of spiders crawling around, just like in my workshop. I once asked a friend what spiders eat. He didn't know and told me to go and check on the web.
Why do bees always hum?
I guess it's because they don't know the words.
Oh, these bees are flying all around me, and they have such sticky hair.
It's probably because they use honeycombs.
I wonder if those cows produce milk. A nice glass of milk could fill us up. Some of the cows at the Palace Dairy didn't produce any milk for weeks. It was an utter failure. We'd better head towards those trees for shelter. I bet you are used to being round trees, what with being a carpenter.
Well, I am very skilled and I can make anything out of wood. Puppets, cabinets, trainers.
Trainers? How would you make trainers out of trees?
Wooden shoe, you like to know.
And so let us leave these two at the farm as they take shelter. I am enjoying narrating this year's pantomime. It's such a belter. Grandad is outside and exploring the outskirts of his little place. What dangers do you reckon he is going to have to face?
Here we are at Grandad's little cottage in the woods, and I see through the window 1, 2, 3, 4 little boys for my delicious Moorish scrumptious meat pie. But in order to get them, I need to gain their trust. I need them to come to my gingerbread house. And to do that, you, big bad wolf, must dress up and pretend to be Grandad.
Oh, I love to dress up. Do you remember when I decided to go to that fancy dress party as a can of deodorant?
Yes, I had to stop you and ask you, are you sure?
Can we go to the fancy dress show in town to get a Grandad-style fancy dress costume?
No, their customer service is appalling. I was let down by them when I tried to order a shepherdess's outfit. I just couldn't get the staff.
Oh, do you remember that 80s fancy dress party that you didn't want me to go to dressed as a pop star for? But I was adamant. I also went to a fancy dress party at a nuclear power station. The reaction was awful.
Well, for this particular task, you can go mad and wear as much fancy dress as you want, just as long as you get me those ingredients for my meat pie.
Grandad used to be in the army, didn't he? Do you think he would wear a camouflage suit?
I did think that, and I tried to buy one for you, but I couldn't find any. Right, let's get you looking the part of Grandad. Remember, as Grandad, you need to wear glasses.
But I have contacts.
I don't care who you know. And you need false teeth. You can borrow these. They are my uncle's false teeth. I never realised he had false teeth until it came out in conversation.
It's freezing cold out here. How will I stop my mouth from freezing over in the snow?
Grit your teeth. And I have got you a bald cap to look just as bald as Grandad. The wig shop was selling them for £5 a piece. I thought that's a small price to pay. And you need some fake ears. Your ears are far, far too long.
I lost the ability to hear in my left ear this morning because of all your loud cackling and wahing. Thankfully, my hearing is all right now. So I have glasses, a bald cap, fake ears, and a set of false teeth. I think I'm ready to look the part of Grandad. I just need a pair of stripy pajamas, and then I am Grandad. Oh, shush! I think I hear the old man coming.
That Rodney, will he ever do anything he is asked? My cottage is surely looking shabby. I have a broken window. I wrote a story about that once. It's saved in my drafts.
Now, what Grandad needs is a sleeping spell. And when he falls fast asleep, you switch places with him, take off his pajamas and put them on.
At this time of night, I think I'm ready to go to sleep myself. I went to buy myself a new mattress the other day. I wasn't sure about it, so the salesman told me to go away and sleep on it.
Yes, I love my sleep too. I sleep in a tower every 2 weeks. It's my fortnight. Right, let's conjure up a sleeping spell. Hocus pocus, 1, 2, 3. Grandad, soon you will become sleepy.
Oh dear, oh my, I've become so tired all of a sudden, and very, very...
Big Bad Wolf, here's your chance. Do your best, my evil friend, and make sure you bring those boys to me. I shall fly back to my gingerbread house and wait the next ingredient of my special meat pie, for the huntsman will soon arrive with Snow White.
And so the wolf has switched places with poor old Grandad. Let us return to Snow and the huntsman, who is armour-clad. He's about to reveal where he is taking her, an evil deed he is completing. I am sure we can all concur. Huntsman, can we get going again? I feel I've rested enough.
Sure. Let me just finish my crossword.
I know that 7-Up is lemonade.
I cannot figure this out, this clue, Snow. Would you help me, please? Overloaded postman.
How many letters?
Thousands of them.
Watching you do these crosswords is making me so depressed.
Well, try not to get too down.
Come on, let's get going. Is wherever we're going to far?
It is just over that bridge, and then it is only a few more minutes' walk. Do not worry, the bridge is perfectly safe. There are no trolls lurking beneath it.
Phew, I have a friend who wants to cure his fear of trolls, but he ain't ready yet. He'll cross that bridge when he comes to it.
You know what I bought when I travelled to London the other week? Some London Bridge trousers. Only thing is they keep falling down.
I love watching rivers running under bridges on the internet.
Were you watching a live stream?
Can you finally tell me where we are going?
Yes, Snow. The time is right. I am taking you to this little gingerbread house.
What's so special about it?
This house is made from candy and chocolate and pastries and any sweet thing you can imagine. And just like in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, you can eat anything from it that you want.
Oh my goodness! That sounds like my total dream. I love sweets and chocolate. I remember my father once told me he was going to take me to a place with candy floss and a Ferris wheel, but instead he took me to the dentist.
That wasn't fair.
And I can definitely eat whatever I want from it without getting into trouble. I was once accused of stealing Kit Kats from the palace kitchen, but I told him, "Ain't me, give me a break."
There's no sugarcoating it, Snow. Eat to your heart's content. Do not give up. Just think. Yes, you candy.
Oh, this really means a lot to me. I won't be able to resist this, and I'm going to love every minute of it. What a fantastic treat. And so the villain's plans are slowly coming together. Snow has reached Maleficent's house, never mind the bad weather. Grandad is now the big bad wolf. Will the young boys be tricked? Surely the sweet bumbling man is far too difficult to depict.
Not looking too bad, am I? Very granddaddish, if I do say myself. Let me return inside and find those boys and then bring them with me to the gingerbread house.
Where has Grandad gone? I'm so bored now. His house is so boring. There is just nothing to do around here except listen to his radio.
Our father has just bought a new radio alarm clock. He wakes you up by playing Park Life by Blur. Every morning it wakes me up, except on Wednesdays when I get rudely awoken by the dustman.
My father once gave me a radio that had no batteries for my birthday. I thought it was a wind-up.
Are you missing your father?
A bit. I do miss his jokes. He used to tell jokes about radios when he was a stand-up comedian, but the reception was poor.
Hello, boys.
Grandad, you were gone a long time. Is everything all right?
Yes, grandson. Never better. Why don't we all go out for a long midnight walk?
A long midnight walk? Seriously? At this time of night?
That's right. Think of it as good, healthy exercise.
I used to be really into doing exercise once. Then I stopped going to the gym. It was a huge weight off my shoulders.
My father always said to just join the gym. He told me, either way, you'll lose a lot of pounds.
Well, I have just got myself a new yoga instructor. He's very good and he asked me how flexible I am. I said, well, I can't do Wednesdays.
I wasn't strong enough to keep going to my gym, so I handed in my 2-week notice.
Well, then, it seems like you boys could do with a brisk walk beneath the stars to get you fit and strong. Refusing to do exercise is a form of resistance training.
Do you have to?
I tell you what, there's a quaint little gingerbread house deep in these woods that I think you boys would like. It is built from sweets and candy and chocolate, and the owner lets children take bites and chunks out of it. What do you say, boys? Would you like a midnight feast?
Is it safe? My godfather's bakery burned down last week. Now his business is toast.
Oh, perfectly safe. Let's be on our way, boys.
Grandad, I can't help notice, but what different years you have.
My ears are fine, grandson. The only thing I have to complain about is that the doctor has told me that I'm beginning to lose my hearing. It was very hard to hear that.
And are those your normal glasses? What different eyes you have?
Well, I did have a bit of a faux pas earlier. Before you arrived at my cottage, I accidentally rubbed ketchup in my eyes. I now have hindsight.
And your head does look shinier than it used to.
Well, usually I like to wear a toupee, but ever since the local wig shop was burgled, I haven't had the chance to buy this season's latest wig. I believe the police are combing the area.
And what different teeth you have.
Ah, boys, these are my nighttime dentures. These are the only ones I wear at night. They are my substitutes. But let's not worry about that, what I look like. This isn't a fashion show. It's a midnight walk. Let's make tracks to the gingerbread house. Come on, boys.
And so Grandad, aka the big bad wolf, is chaperoning the boys, walking through the woods at midnight. They are making lots of noise. In the distance, they can be heard by the prince and Geppetto, who decide to follow their racket and hope not to end up in the ghetto.
Charming, can you hear that loud singing in the distance?
Yes, sounds atrocious, doesn't it? When I was in the army, we had an army choir, but it sounded dreadful.
How come?
We had A flat major.
I love singing. When I was younger, my wife asked me to stop singing. I'm a believer. I thought she was joking at first, but then I saw her face.
I love singing in the shower. It is fun until you get shampoo in your mouth. Then it turns into a bit of a soap opera.
My wife used to tell me she hated me singing Britney Spears songs and she didn't want me to sing them. But oops, I did it again. Maybe that is why she left me. She once kicked me out on Christmas Eve because I kept on singing Christmas songs. I protested and said to her, "But baby, it's cold outside."
Well, let us follow the noise. Do you reckon one of them could be your Pinocchio?
Very likely. Now, that boy loves singing too. I hope he's all right and isn't getting himself into trouble. He can sometimes tell such terrible lies, you know.
No, when he tells a lie.
I just knows it. Fairy Flora put a spell on him that whenever he tells a lie, his nose grows.
How long can it grow? Could it even grow longer than 12 inches?
No, because then it would be a foot.
We must also remember, Geppetto, that I am also supposed to be looking for my one true love this evening too. She is meant to be somewhere in the forest, and I am worried that it will be soon to be dawn, and my hope of finding her will be gone forever.
Don't worry, Charming. I'm sure we will find both of them. I have a good feeling about that. Oh, goodness me, what is that noise now?
It's me. I am up here, old man. I am just making it rain chocolate coins to entice everyone to my little gingerbread house. This shower will form a trail to lead everyone to my gingerbread house. I was thinking I could have made it lemon drizzle, but chocolate coins will tempt those boys even more. My evil plan is coming together, and soon I will have those 4 boys and Snow White for ingredients for my delicious meat pie. I am so ravenous. I am quite famous for my baking, you know. All my friends and neighbours were so sad that I didn't enter the Great British Bake Off this year. Even my cakes were in tears. Oh, and I love baking for my neighbours. You see, I'm not as mean as everyone makes me out to be. The Wicked Witch of the East and I once baked bread for one of our sick neighbours. I was the one responsible for making sure that the bread rises. It was the yeast I could do. I have a super secret baking recipe for bread, but I can't tell you. It's on a knead-to-dough basis. Right, I had better go land my broomstick and be ready for my guests. The big bad wolf, aka Grandad, is on his way with Hansel, Gordon, Little Red Rodney Hoodie, and Pinocchio. And very soon, when they start eating my cursed sweeties from my gingerbread house, they will fall into a deep slumber. And as for Snow, her poisoned toffee apple she shall taste, and then she will fall asleep too.
And so the 4 boys have nearly finished their midnight hike. They'd better be very careful, as Maleficent is about to strike. Snow White has arrived too, and is looking forward to her feast. Let's hope good conquers over the witch and her little wolfy beast.
There it is, the gingerbread house. Look at all those chocolates, marshmallows, cherries, and biscuits.
It looks like we have a rocky road ahead of us. Oh my days. What a scrumptious, mouth-watering little gingerbread house. Now, are you sure that I can eat anything I want from it?
Yes, no, anything. The windows, the doors, the chimney, it is all edible.
It's so adorable. It looks like it's decorated with every chocolate bar possible.
I'm looking out for a Mars bar, a Snickers, a Twix, and a Flake. Somehow, though, I am just not cut out to be a bounty hunter.
I don't think all this chocolate and all these sweets will be any good for my waistline.
Don't worry, Snow. You can always burn the chocolate off and do lots of sport and exercise like me. I did finish a marathon once, but these days they are called Snickers. Snow, it just isn't chocolate you eat here. Look at those delicious toffee apples. Don't they look delicious?
Suppose so. And it'd be healthy as well and would balance out all the chocolate. The palace doctor told me once that I should exercise on top of a healthy diet, but surely a treadmill would make more sense.
Go on, Snow. Try a toffee apple.
So sweet and so sleepy.
Right, let's get you inside and give you to Maleficent, and then I can collect my service fee from her. Yes.
That shower of chocolate coins was totally awesome.
That was the best storm I've ever been in. Beats pouring rain and thunder.
Do you remember that huge storm from last year when there was thunder, rain, hail and wind, but no lightning?
Why was there no lightning?
It was on strike.
Let's keep on following and collecting these coins.
Good idea, boys. Collect all those coins. Make sure you don't miss a single one.
My father is a coin collector and he always talks to his coins, just as if they were his own children. I always tell him that he should never listen to them, though.
Why not?
It never makes any sense.
Did you know that the Mint are going to commemorate Brexit with a brand new 50p coin? It's nearly done, but they just can't decide what to do with the border.
I heard that they are getting rid of the 1p coin. I'm not sure how I feel about this. On one hand, I'm opposed to change, but on the other, I'm opposed to change.
I was told that my pocket money was handsome the other day when buying milk at the local dairy. The milkmaid said to me, "Handsome coins over."
We've arrived, boys. What do you think of the gingerbread house?
Oh, wow. It looks amazing. Oh, look at all those chocolate bricks and sugar glass windows. Look at that chimney. It's coated in chocolate buttons. Oh, I wonder how much it costs.
Nothing, because it's on the house.
I wonder if the person who lives here also eats their own house. Did you ever hear about the monster who ate his own house?
No, what happened?
He was homesick.
How comes to his house never melts on a hot day?
Well, it has its very own special cooling system. The warmest areas of the house are actually the corners.
Why the corners?
They're always 90 degrees.
How do you know so much about this house, Grandad?
Well, grandson, I used to date the lovely lady that lives here. She is such a fine lady.
Grandad!
I once locked myself out of this house once. So I had to shout through the letterbox to her cat to let me in. He said, "Me? Ow."
Who lives here anyway? Do we know her?
None of you would have met her before, but she is a lovely person, and she would want you boys to tuck right into her gingerbread house. Go mad, boys. You can eat the doors, the windows, the doorbell, anything.
Great job, Big Bad Wolf. Look at those greedy little boys. Eating all those sweets will fatten them up and make them even more juicy and plump. Anyhow engrossed are they in their eating, they don't even realise I'm talking right behind them.
Excellent, Your Majesty. I'm so pleased I can use my real voice now. It was tough having to keep on talking like an old man.
Well, very soon the food will work its magic and the boys will soon fall fast asleep. And when they do, you can carry them into the kitchen. The urge to sing The Lion Sleeps Tonight is just a whim away.
I think I just need to shut my eyes for a little while. I feel like a bull that is always feeling sleepy.
Oh, yeah, me too. I feel like a bulldozer.
Same here. I feel like a relative of a paper towel.
Yeah, I feel like a napkin too.
Right, let's get cooking. Big Bad Wolf, carry those sleeping boys into my kitchen.
The cauldron is bubbling away and the oven is turning up its heat. Those poor boys are soon to be served up in a pie of their own meat. There is one hero who can save the day. Will he make it in time? And will the villains pay for this terrible, awful, evil, heinous crime? Luckily, I use my magic for good and so have helped our two friends. They too see magic chocolate coins leading them around the bends. Very soon they'll be reunited with their loved one and one true love. We're near the end of our twisted pantomime. Thank heavens above.
Goodness me, it seems to be raining chocolate coins.
I suspect that's what they mean by a change in the weather.
When the weather forecast said it wouldn't rain for 3 months, I did drought it.
My pockets are getting so full of these chocolate coins. I wonder when this trail will end.
And more importantly, where is it leading us?
Well, I'm hoping it is a magical sign, and it is taking me to my boy.
And that it will take me to my one true love.
Jeepers creepers. That sounded like a dinosaur. I thought they were extinct. This wood really is such a strange place.
When I was younger, a wizard once came and lived with my family at our castle. He had a pet dinosaur that lived with us too. It was a pterodactyl.
Wasn't that noisy all the time?
No, you could never actually hear him, even when he was using the bathroom.
Why not?
Because the P is silent.
Pinocchio would love to have met him. He loves dinosaurs.
Well, the local museum has a new dinosaur exhibit. Not sure if it will be popular. It remains to be seen. Are you sure that roar was actually a dinosaur? It could have been a dragon, you know.
I suppose you also had a dragon when you were younger too.
As a matter of fact, we did. I had a pet dragon when I was younger. He was great fun, but I tell you what, it's the most stressful thing was on his birthday. Have you ever seen a dragon try and blow out candles on their birthday cake?
And how big was your dragon?
Big! It was easy, though, to work out his weight. He came with scales.
Look, the trail of chocolate coins has ended, and it has taken us to this house made from sweets and chocolates. Someone is definitely in. There's an awful amount of smoke rising from its chimney.
Big, doesn't it?
What?
How Santa Claus remembers which chimneys he's already been down.
I guess he keeps a log. Let's go to the front door. Do you think we should ring the doorbell first?
Well, don't knock it till you've tried it.
Yes.
Good evening, ma'am. And how are we this fine evening?
Evening? It's the middle of the night. What do you want?
Excuse us, but we have been travelling all night, and we believe we have been led here for a reason. You haven't happened to come across my young boy, have you?
And maybe a beautiful princess.
Just what do you think this place is? Why would I have a young boy and a beautiful princess here?
From the events of tonight, this really is a strange wood, and anything can happen.
Well, I haven't seen anyone this evening. I live all by myself out here in my gingerbread house, and that's the way I like it.
What was that?
Oh, that was just my dog.
Ah, what kind of dog is it? I love dogs. They really are the cutest animals. I saw a sign on a shop door once that said, "Guide dogs welcome." So I walked in and I was greeted by a Labrador who thanked me for shopping there and took my coat from me.
Yes, I like dogs too. We have palace dogs, of course. One of them started giving birth at the side of the road, though. She was fined for littering.
Yes, dogs are sweet, aren't they? I want to start collecting more dogs too.
Well, I could always give you a few pointers.
Could we come inside for a hot drink? We are very cold and could do with warming up.
Sorry, no can do. I don't even own a kettle. I think I owned one once, but that could be a case of the deja brew.
Just what is your dog doing in there?
Maybe he's nervous because there are strangers at the door. Hardly anyone comes here to my gingerbread house. I've only had just the one visitor in the last month, and he was a man asking for a small donation towards the new local swimming pool.
Oh, and what did you give him?
A glass of water.
Well then, if you really are sure that you've not seen anyone tonight, we'd better be on our way.
No, Charming. I have a really strange feeling about this place.
My house is perfectly safe. I am just a sweet little old lady living here with my dog. Please don't judge me. I can tell when people are being judgmental just by looking at them.
So it wasn't a dog that was making all of that noise and clutter. It was the boys, now awake, locked in a cage and basted in butter. The boys are rattling the bars of the cage, wanting to become free. Can they find the key to release them? Let us find out and see.
Oh, my stomach is still aching. How many sweets do you think we ate in total?
A lot. I remember my doctor telling me once that my sugar was too high. So I went home and went to the kitchen and moved it to a lower shelf.
And who has locked us up all in this cage and coated us in butter? Whoever it is, how dare he?
Being covered in butter. What an unfortunate chum of events.
Oh, quit making butter jokes. They are only margarinally funny. Oh, this cage is really quite high up, isn't it?
We're padlocked in. I can't see the key.
I bet I could get us out of here. I have learnt how to pick locks. Now that has really opened up a lot of doors for me.
I'll keep looking out for it, boys. It must be kept close.
It could be on that table there. It looks so cluttered with all those herbs, sauces, spices and utensils. It really does need clearing.
My father asked me once if I could clear the kitchen table. I had to get a running start, but I made it.
My parents were working from home a lot this year, and they discovered that they did their best work in the kitchen. They were counterproductive.
Your father is a carpenter, isn't he, Pinocchio?
Yes, that's right. He installs worktops in people's kitchens, and because of that, he was once arrested. Turns out that counterfeiting is illegal.
Come on, boys. We need an escape plan.
Too right. Earlier this evening, I overheard this wicked witch called Maleficent, and she was talking about finding boys and putting them into a meat pie. And I reckon we are the boys.
Right, that's not on the cards tonight, boys. We must get out of here.
Think, fellas, think. How can we escape? You know, I saw on the news the other week that Kevin Bacon got himself caught in a bear trap.
How did he escape?
He had to cut his foot loose.
We could think of this like an escape room. They are such fun and so popular at the moment.
I went to the worst escape room ever last week. It's called IKEA.
Hey, look, boys. I think the key is there, hanging on that little hook by the door.
Oh, how on earth are we going to reach that thing? There has to be a way, and we must do this quickly. What we need is some kind of pole or something long to retrieve the key. Think, everyone. Think.
I've got it! A magical fairy once told me that if I lie, then my nose grows longer. So, if I tell lots and lots of lies, then maybe I can lie to make my nose grow, and then I can use it to hook onto and grab the key. My nose growing has happened many times before. I just need to lie.
Great thinking, Pinocchio. Lie away. Tell as many fibs as possible. Do you understand?
Yes.
It's working. Pinocchio's nose. It's growing. It's getting longer. Tell another lie.
But I have a problem with lying. I just made that up.
Excellent. Pinocchio's nose is almost within reach of the key. I think one more lie will do it and your nose can grab the key.
Oh, okay. Let me think of one more lie. Thinking.
Here, Pinocchio. Did you pick your nose?
No. I actually have always liked the one nose that I was born with.
That's it, Pinocchio. Your nose is now long enough to reach the key. Easy does it. Take your time. I entered a nose wiping competition once, but I was disqualified. I can't believe I blew it.
Easy does it. Steady as you go. That's the key. Literally.
Can you perform under pressure, Pinocchio?
No, but I can try Bohemian Rhapsody.
The key is almost here. Make sure you don't drop it.
I dropped my phone in a lake once. It was sinking.
Oh, nearly there. Just need to get the key back through the bars and voila! We have it!
Right, let's release ourselves and head to safety. Just a thought. Just to be a little bit naughty to get some revenge on the person that did this to us. Let's cook those very, very large string of garlic bulbs. That will stink out this house proper. Get those garlic crushers ready, boys.
Oh, great plan. Rest in peace, garlic. You will be minced.
I wonder what a garlic does when it gets hot.
I guess it takes its clothes off.
You know, I've started using garlic in my magic act. First, I start by crushing it. Then I add some basil and throw in some pine nuts. Then I blend them all together, sprinkle in some parmesan and a bit of olive oil, and then, hey, pesto.
And so the 4 boys are released and have made a garlicky breakout. And now Prince Charming must find Snow White. There is no doubt. Snow White is his one true love and needs her one true love's kiss. Let's get one over on Maleficent and let's boo her and hiss.
Why are you two still here?
Well, we just don't trust you. And we believe my boy and Charming's one true love is here in your gingerbread house.
Well, I am not going to let you in. Why should I? You are complete strangers.
Well, you know what they say. There are no strangers here, only friends you haven't met yet.
Friends are very important. My friend Alice from Wonderland used to have a best friend who was an emu. The emu had lots of friends, but then he lost them all when he grew a few feet taller.
Yeah. Why was that?
Because he was ostrich-sized.
There's a very strong pungent smell coming from your kitchen. I thought you said you were alone.
Smells very garlicky. I love food and food eating contests. Once our town held a garlic eating competition. Everyone showed up, even the local vampires.
Vampires turned up.
It was countless.
Just where is that smell coming from? I'd better go and see.
We'll come and help you.
Oh, this garlic is stinking out my gingerbread house. It's going to make everything taste and reek of garlic. And then no one will come to my gingerbread house anymore. And I won't have children to make meat pies from. My ingredients. They've escaped. Where have they gone? And how did they get out?
What ingredients?
She means me, Father.
Oh, Pinocchio, it is so good to see you, my boy. But what's happened to your nose?
I had to, Father. It was the only way to get us the key so that we could escape the cage.
You are meant to be the main ingredient in my meat pie. How very dare you escape?
How dare you kidnap us and lock us up in cage? You were planning to eat us. Yeah.
And I still might.
Oh, great. We need another plan to get rid of this evil witch.
Right, get thinking, boys. What can we do?
Has anyone ever told you how beautiful you are?
What? Why, thank you, young man. I am rather, aren't I?
And you have an amazing smile that lights up the room. And if we were in the Middle Ages, I'd fight a dragon for you.
Oh, nice one, Pinocchio. I can see what you're doing.
Just one more lie and your nose will poke the witch right into her oven.
Whoever said lying was a bad thing?
And more than anything, I just want you in my life.
My roaring hot roasting oven! I'm burning! You cursed boys! Look what you've done! I'm cooking! Oh, what a world! Who would have thought a lad like you could destroy my beautiful wickedness?
Bravo, Pinocchio, you've done it. You have killed the wicked witch.
Oh, Pinocchio, what a brave hero you have been. I salute you. It's amazing you defeated the wicked witch by your nose, which grew. You have been naughty, but you have made amends. And now you will be a real boy forever, my little friend.
Wow, thank you, Fairy Flora. You mean I really will always be a real boy?
Yes, just make sure that you always behave yourself and never do anything naughty anymore.
I will. Thank you, Fairy Flora.
Bravo. Well done, Pinocchio. As a prince, I can say, as a bit of a rogue myself, I once got escorted out of the supermarket for inappropriate behaviour. All I did was take a leak.
Now Prince Charming must find his one true love. Has anyone found any clues where she could be?
There doesn't seem to be any sign of a princess anywhere in this gingerbread house.
Have you tried through that door over there?
It has a lock on it and a keypad. Oh, I think you need a password to open the door.
I wonder what the password Maleficent would have used.
Something memorable. I was going to change my password to milky tea the other day, but the computer told me it was too weak.
I was the same. I was going to change my password to my favourite holiday destination in France, but it was just too long.
Oh, I wanted to change my password to beef stew, but the computer told me it wasn't strong enough.
Well, my computer told me that my password needed to be all capitals. So I changed it to London, Bangkok, Paris.
Let's think of something that Maleficent would use to remember her password. It looks like the password needs to be 8 characters long.
8 characters? Got it. Try Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
There is a beautiful princess in here, but she's fast asleep.
Goodness! Do you think this is where the witch used to sleep? Her bedroom is in a shabby state.
Not gonna lie, I think the bed is broken. Whoever made it must have been a shoddy carpentry skills, don't you reckon, Giuseppe?
I would tell a joke about a bed, but it has not been made up yet.
I can't see how this beautiful princess can even sleep on a bed like this. I am always changing my bed so I get the most comfortable night's sleep possible. I once splashed out on a new waterbed.
So, Prince Charming, you know what you need to do? Give the princess love's true kiss.
Oh, God, I'm so nervous. What if she wakes up and doesn't like me? I am never that great with princesses. I once took one out to a Michelin restaurant, and at the end of the night she kissed me and said, "We should have dinner again." I told her, "No thanks, I'm full." And I never saw her again. But hopefully this beautiful princess will love me and become my one true love.
Where am I? I was having such a lovely dream. I was dreaming I was in this chocolate factory and I could eat anything I wanted. Oh, who woke me up?
I did. I'm Prince Charming, and you are destined to be my one true love. It is foretold that we will marry and live as king and queen, and as you love chocolate so much, I will buy you your very own chocolate factory, just to make sure you're a real princess. You still smell of chocolate. Is your name Cinderella?
No, my name is Snow White. I was brought here by the huntsman for some heinous deed, and I think my evil stepmother must have had something to do with it. Where is he?
Boys, scour the woods and see if you can find this evil huntsman, while I get acquainted with my new wife-to-be, rather.
Right on it, sir.
So, how do you fancy becoming my queen?
I've always wanted to be a queen, so I'm pretty excited about it. The only time I've ever been called Your Highness was when I went up a ladder. I must say, I'm attracted to men with power.
I've just recently repaid my electricity bill.
So let's get to know each other. What do you do for hobbies?
Well, I collect complete season DVDs of 1990 sitcoms.
Do you have friends?
No. So shall we have a date later?
Oh, yes. They're such underrated fruits.
And I hope you will be a great conversationalist. On all of my dates, I always bring up my obese pet penguin in conversation.
Why on earth do you do that?
Apparently he's a good icebreaker.
Do you smoke?
No, I don't.
Do you drink?
Not at all.
So you don't have any bad habits?
Just one.
What's that?
I lie.
Hey, Prince Charming, look who we just caught.
The huntsman.
I can't believe I have been kidnapped by this bunch of pesky kids. It's me who kidnaps people around here, not the other way round. I was the one who kidnapped Sting last year, and he still hasn't been found. The police are looking for a new lead.
You awful, awful huntsman. How dare you try to give me to a wicked witch to bake me in a meat pie?
And we've also found a big bad wolf lurking around in the woods as well. He's a bit annoyed we've caught him. He's now just huffing and puffing.
I thought I brought the house down with my performances, Grandad.
And look who I found wandering the woods. My real Grandad.
Thank you, boys, for saving me, but I cannot believe you thought that the wolf was actually me.
Well, the wolf was pretty convincing, and so we all believed it.
Anyone can easily be convinced about anything these days. A prince friend of mine was so convinced that the earth was flat, he said he was going to Antarctica to found the edge. He came round eventually.
And the huntsman was always trying to convince me to invest in his sword-making business. He did make some excellent points.
Well, it looked like everything has wrapped up nicely around these parts. Huntsman and Big Bad Wolf, you will be locked away in my castle tower for a very long time. And boys, I would like you to come and work for me as my Knights of the Round Table.
Oh, cool, Your Highness. The Round Table. Who built it?
a circumference. Let us all return to my castle. We have a wedding to organise.
This year's Panto is at its end and everyone is living happily ever after. I hope you enjoyed our show and have had lots and lots of laughter. It's Christmas Day wedding and it's time for the Christmas lunch. There's turkey and Brussels sprouts and lots of punch.
Tuck in, everybody. There's lots to go round.
This is such a great spread, husband. Look at that homemade cranberry sauce. 'Tis the season to be jelly.
It was a lovely wedding, Snow, and I'm honoured to be your husband. It's been a successful marriage so far. We never go to bed angry with each other.
Yeah, that's why we've been up for 3 days. But haven't the Knights of the Round Table done a great job with the decorations? It looks so Christmassy and festive in here.
I'm ever so disappointed, though, that the Christmas tree lights go out more than I do.
I'm worried that my handmade baubles are addicted to Christmas. They all look hooked on trees. You do have a fantastic Christmas tree, Charming.
Well, that was down to Pinocchio.
I saw the winner of the tallest Christmas tree competition and I thought, how do I top that?
And as we had our wedding on Christmas Day, outfits were simple. Christmas jumpers.
I almost got into trouble because of that. A police officer spotted me knitting whilst driving along the motorway. He shouted to me, "Pull over!" And I shouted back, "Well, I think it's more of a jumper."
My Christmas jumper kept picking up static electricity, so I'm going to take it back to the shop and get it exchanged for another one free of charge.
I'm glad that my Christmas jumper wasn't stolen, along with some of the others at the Royal Castle. Someone was stealing Christmas jumpers in order of size.
They say he's still at large.
How about we have a bit of a knees up and a sing-song?
When I went to Antarctica and saw those Eskimos, you know what they always sang when they had Christmas dinner? We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when.
You know, I have entered a competition to write a song for ABBA. It's all or nothing. There is no second prize. The winner takes it all.
What with being locked up in a cage, I'm writing a song about getting my door lock repaired. There's a key change at the end.
Well, let's have a sing-song anyway. Huntsman and Big Bad Wolf, get your instruments ready.
I cannot believe that we are lowering ourselves to be the castle jesters, always entertaining the king and queen at their beck and call. Although I do like playing the musical instruments that you blow into, they are pretty breathtaking.
Well, I can't play loud music on any instrument. It's just not my forte.
Right, gang, how about we sing Have Yourself a Merry Christmas?
And so we leave everyone enjoying their sing-along and mince pies. Who'd have thought that disaster turned to triumph simply by telling lies? And now we bid you farewell, listeners. Have a merry festive time. We'll catch up with you next year during our next pantomime.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Just wishing you a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Hopefully you are all safe and well, and you are in or out of hospital. You are still welcome to listen to us on Channel 1 anytime, day or night. and I hope you get everything that you wish for this Christmas. And here's Mark to wish you some other Christmas cheer.
Thanks, Andy. Merry Christmas, everybody. Obviously, we don't want you to be there, but hopefully before too long you'll be home with your loved ones. We'll still be here, though. If there's not pantomime, there'll be something else going on the radio, so never fear, we're always here. Merry Christmas.
And John Bryson with another Christmas message.
The Huntsman here, wishing you all a Merry Christmas, a speedy recovery, and a Happy New Year. John Bryson, the Huntsman.
Rob Ferber.
And this is Dippy Rodney, also known as Rob Ferber and Cool Hand Luke. We all know that you don't want to be there at the moment, but we hope that you'll speedily recover so you can be at home with your loved ones soon. And we'll be around anyway to help your Christmas go with cheer. Have a good Christmas, everyone.
Cosmic with another Christmassy message.
Thank you for listening, listeners, and I wish you all the very, very best to a happy and healthy, successful new year, and keep listening.
Now to the person you can thank for this pantomime, it's Johnny with another Christmas message.
Hey, so festive greetings, everyone. Hopefully everyone's keeping safe. Thank you so much to the hospital staff as well. Keep up doing a really good job, and all the best for a lovely festive period and a lovely 2022.
Linda with another message for our lovely listeners.
Hello, it's Linda here, or the Wicked Witch, wishing all our patients and lovely staff who do so much and work so hard a very, very Merry Christmas, and wishing you all the very best for 2022. Lots of love. Keep listening.
And another message from Marcus.
Yes, Merry Christmas, everybody. Let's hope that all of us, whether in hospital or not, have a as normal Christmas as possible. And here's hoping and praying for a relatively COVID-free 2022, and we can get back to, what's it called again? Oh yes, normality.
And here's Kevin.
Wishing you all a very, very happy Christmas. You may not be enjoying the best of health, but I hope it won't be long before you can spend time back with your family and friends. So we wish you all a very, very good Christmas and a health and safe New Year. And also a quick shout out to all the staff who are taking such good care of you while you have your short stay with us. Take care.
Bob?
Big Bad Wolf. Oh, sorry. Big Bad Wolf here. Bob. Just to say, very Merry Christmas to everyone. Let's hope for a happy and healthier 2002. And yes, we'll get well, everybody, as soon as possible.
Bob there, going back in time to 2002. Yeah,
2002.
That's all right. We hope you had a good 2002 as well. And last but not least, Martin.
Yes, wishing you all a very Merry Christmas to all the patients and staff of Princess Alexandra. And thanks for listening to Harlow Hospital Radio. Obviously, we're here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And hope you have a good Christmas and a Happy New Year to you all. And thanks for everything all the staff are doing at Harlow Hospital.
Thank you all for listening to our wonderful pantomime this year. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas and a prosperous 2022.